Hello everyone, this old stone house, abandoned for a full 100 years, is about to be brought back to life. A couple is meticulously renovating the structure, repairing the collapsed sections one by one while preserving the remaining historic stone walls. From the foundations to the roof, from the windows to the interior, all the traces of years are being changed step by step, revealing a brand new home from the ruins. So what will this century-old forgotten stone structure look like in the end? First, brick supports are individually aligned and the ground carefully leveled to create a solid foundation on the uneven terrain. Then, the wooden platform is prepared and the long beams are raised to begin constructing the A-frame skeleton. As the triangular form takes shape, this project, which began as a tiny structure in the middle of the mountain, begins to transform into a real building. The next step is to clean the old house of the worn sections that have accumulated over the years. Fallen stones around the roof, loose plaster, and unusable parts are removed one by one, while the sections of the facade that remain intact are preserved. As the old surface is revealed, the true condition of the structure is exposed, and the house is made ready for a complete renovation. this stage, the situation becomes much more serious. As the back wall of the old structure is demolished in a controlled manner, the excavator immediately behind it digs away the soil, creating the necessary space for the new retaining wall. As the excavation deepens, a solid foundation line to support the pressure of the slope is revealed, and the rear section of the ruin is prepared for complete reconstruction. Here, one of the most important sections that will determine the future of the structure is being prepared. A new foundation line is being established behind the old stone house. The molds are being carefully placed, and the skeleton of a strong retaining wall is being created to withstand the pressure of the slope. Once the concrete is complete, this section will both keep the soil under control and transform the Italian ruin, which has stood for years, into a solid part of the new home. One of the most critical strengthening phases of the structure begins here. The upper sections of the old stone walls are carefully dismantled to create a solid line and prepare the necessary space for the reinforced concrete ring beam. Working without damaging these walls, which have stood for years, is quite difficult, but once this strengthening is complete, the entire structure will be connected and the load-bearing system of the new house will be much more secure. Now a new support system is being installed on top of the reinforced stone walls. As the crane carefully lowers the massive wooden beam onto the structure, craftsmen place the piece precisely aligned with the reinforced concrete ring beam. As these heavy beams settle one by one, the superstructure of the old stone house is reshaped and the main framework of the new roof system begins to emerge. Next, we're saving the old stone window opening. The stones, loosened and crumbling over the years, are being removed one by one, the sound parts cleaned, and then the edges of the frame reshaped. As each stone is carefully fitted back into place, the window opening is restored to its former form, and one of the most important details preserving the character of the ruin is brought back to life. The transformation of the roof is now becoming much clearer. Insulation layers and protective coverings are carefully laid over the load-bearing timbers, while long wooden slats are fixed at regular intervals along the roof. As each piece falls into place, the top of the old ruin is completely covered, and the structure is ready to be protected from external elements and to support the final roof covering. partitions are beginning to take shape inside. Bricks are being placed on the concrete floor and individually secured with mortar, while measurements are constantly checked to ensure the wall line runs straight. As the rows rise, the boundaries of the rooms become clearer, and the interior of the old ruin continues to transform into a real living space. A critical stage is being reached in the floor infrastructure. After the entire area is covered with a protective membrane, thick black pipes are carefully laid throughout the room and routed to the connection points. As these lines are completed, the floor of the old stone house is fully prepared for the modern plumbing system, creating a solid infrastructure for the next layer. Inside, all the plumbing lines are now being laid simultaneously. Red and blue water pipes, drain lines, and electrical cables are carefully routed through the floor and walls to distribute them to the rooms. As each connection reaches the correct point, the old stone structure is transformed into the infrastructure of a modern home, and all systems are individually prepared before the floor is covered. After the plumbing lines are in place, the ground is filled with gravel. The material is spread over the entire area, carefully covering the pipes, and the surface is gradually leveled. As the ground compacts and levels, all the plumbing is safely hidden underneath, and the old stone house is ready for the new concrete floor. interior wall renovations are gaining momentum. A thick layer of plaster is applied section by section over the old and rough surfaces using a trowel, filling in gaps and completely smoothing the wall surface. With each pass, the weathered appearance of years gradually disappears, and the interior of the old stone house begins to transform into a clean and livable space. Next, it's time to reshape the doorways in the old stone walls. The custom-made wooden frame is carefully lifted and fitted into the wall, and the perpendicularity of the opening is checked meticulously. As the frame is secured, this passageway, which has been empty for years, begins to transform back into a real door, and the interior of the house looks much more complete. The interior plan is now beginning to take shape completely with wooden frames. Thick uprights are fixed to the floor and ceiling, while doorways are individually framed to size. As the new partitions rise, the interior of the old stone structure is divided into rooms, and for the first time, the true layout of the modern home within the ruins becomes clearly visible. The interior walls of the rooms are now beginning to close. While the plumbing lines running through the wooden frames are left in place, large plasterboard panels are individually measured and fixed to the uprights. As the panels rise, the open frame appearance quickly disappears, and the real rooms within the old stone ruin are clearly revealed for the first time. With the window installation, the interior of the house now looks much more complete. The wooden window frame is carefully fitted into the opening in the stone wall, and the top and side openings are measured and aligned. As the frame is secured in place, natural light floods in, and the rough appearance of the old ruin begins to give way to a real living space. One of the final finishing stages is now beginning on the floor. Old brick-look paving pieces are being placed one by one onto the prepared mortar layer, keeping the gaps between them aligned. As the rows progress, the bare floor is completely covered, revealing a warm and characterful interior that preserves the historical texture of the house. One of the final finishing stages is now beginning on the floor. Old brick-look paving pieces are being placed one by one onto the prepared mortar layer, keeping the gaps between them aligned. As the rows progress, the bare floor is completely covered, revealing a warm and characterful interior that preserves the historical texture of the house. And finally, this abandoned Italian ruin is being brought back to life from scratch. In the final stage, natural stone cladding is being individually installed on the exterior, completing the entrance area, and the surroundings of the house are being finished in a way that is consistent with the historical texture of the structure. From the new foundation and retaining wall at the back to the reinforced concrete strengthenings, from the renovated window openings to the brand new roof, from the interior partitions to the floor and wall coverings, every step transforms this old structure into a strong, livable, and characterful home. What started as a crumbling stone ruin has now been transformed into a true Italian dream home after long and arduous work. What do you think was the most impressive part of this transformation? Don't forget to write in the comments and subscribe to the channel for more incredible restorations like this.